hello. Hi everyone. I'm Faire, idol philosopher and justice incarnate. I see some comments in chat. Oh, you guys are already sending the emojis. You sent the emojis this time. Thank you very much. Sorry for the small delay. Yeah, this is my first time. This is new. Today's stream is new, so I needed to set up a whole new OBS scene. Yeah, I've had a really busy weekend and a really busy morning, so apologies for that. But we made it. Hello, Robo. Hello, Penbu. Hello, Leon. So, so what's on the docket for today? We are doing we're doing something new. It's called Ask Justice. It's going to be a new weekly thing, a live virtual advice column where I maybe it's best if I just read out the description for the video, because I am not good with words these days. Okay, it says, Ask Justice is your weekly destination for heartfelt moral guidance and civil debates with philosopher, VTuber, and justice incarnate Faire, who will address the prayers of the lost and suffering across the internet as part of her mission of bringing justice to the world. If you have something troubling you, whether in your personal life or society at large, you can join Tia's Discord server, link below, and leave suggestions for future topics, or even drop a question in chat during the stream and get Tia's thoughts on it right then and there. Should you disagree with what Tia has to say, you're welcome to start participating in chat and state your objections. Oh, and I also toggled off my tiara. State your objections, just remember proper etiquette. This scene looks nice. Yeah. I grabbed some new assets off VGen just for this. I could take away the easel just for a moment to show you what the whole background looks like. Ta-da! It matches the sort of the theme of the thumbnail that I made for this stream. I thought it worked a little bit better than my normal. I thought I needed something a little bit different from my normal chatting background. But yeah. So I wanted to try doing something other than my normal chatting stream. Oops. That's just the thumbnail in question. We were just talking about that. Yeah, so it matches the theme of the thumbnail, as you can see. Oh, hi Ari. So what are we doing today? We are, oh, did you? Oh, the background music stopped playing for some reason. I'm not sure how that happened, but right, so Ask Justice. So rather than the usual chatting stream, I wanted to try doing something a little more focused, because I feel like in my normal chatting streams, I just end up talking a lot about myself, and I feel like I wanna do something more than that. I want to have a reason to focus more on philosophy, and I feel like having a stream with this kind of branding would allow me to do that. And so yeah, so my idea for Ask Justice is each week I'll be talking about different topics, you know, often sort of, you know, like, you know, topics like this, maybe serious topics, so to speak, on the kind on which I can, you know, offer insightful commentary. secondhand advice when it comes to where the topics will be sourced. I'll accept viewer submissions if you have anything that you're sort of thinking about right now. Either it can be from your personal life or just societal issues. We can talk about that, but otherwise I'll just be grabbing topics that I find interesting from across the internet, like whatever I see on the news or social media. I just figured out why the music stopped. It's because I didn't set it to loop, but it's looping. It should be looping now. So I'll be honest with you. I didn't write any. I didn't get the chance to write any notes on what I wanted to say today because I've had such a busy morning. So all of the serious business I'm going to talk about today, it's going to be entirely off the cuff. Please wish me luck, guys. One of the first things I wanted to talk about today, and I hope I don't. These are how do I say this? These are sensitive topics, so I am trying to approach them in a in a tasteful and respectful manner. I do hope that comes across. The first thing I wanted to talk about today has to do with the theme of cancer and sudden death. Now, I don't know how many of you are active on like Reddit, particularly the virtual YouTubers subreddit, but a while ago, I think it was I can't remember. I want to say maybe starting in September. At least that's what I remember. Back around September of this year, there was a post on on that subreddit that blew up about a small indie small indie VTuber who was diagnosed with cancer, and she had been diagnosed, I believe, approximately a year prior, but at that time she was when she made the decision to finally disclose to her community that the cancer was in fact terminal, and that she had only about a few more months to live. The doctors, it was September, and the doctors said that they predicted that she would only survive until December or January, so there was a post made about that on that subreddit, and out of respect for the VTuber in question and her community, and her communities and her fans' wishes, I will not be mentioning her name today. So we'll just talk about her sort of in this sort of anonymous fashion. But yeah. Over the course of the next, because right now it's December, right? So over the course of the next 2 months, since that first post about the terminal cancer, October and November, I recall a series of a few more posts coming out by both the VTuber herself and her moderators and fans about the sort of containing status updates on her condition. At some point, it was announced that she would be having her last stream, and that she was about to go under for lung transplant surgery because it was indeed lung cancer that she had. So things had started to look a bit hopeful. They had managed to find a compatible donor for her, and that was the last update that we heard about for a while. And then recently, I can't remember how recently, I want to say it was maybe a little more than a week ago, maybe 2 weeks ago, we got an update that the VTuber had passed away while waiting for the surgery, I believe. So just as her doctors predicted, she did sort of, the end was in December, and there's a reason that I wanted to talk about this as a philosopher VTuber, because I mean, I'm not a doctor, right? So normally cancer is not something I would be talking about, at least when it comes to sort of the more scientific and medical aspects. But there is a reason I wanted to talk about this today. Back in September, when I was first hearing about this, I was still a pre-debut VTuber, trying to decide. Can you Tara says, can you lower the music? Oh, is it that loud? It doesn't sound. Oops, so, I didn't mean to turn it off. It doesn't sound that loud to me, but I will try that. So right now it's at 25%, which is already somewhat low. I'm gonna lower it to only 10%, and you tell me sort of how if that's enough. So sorry about that. And I've also the reason I might sound soft is because I've also changed my mic settings since last time. I'll talk about that later rather than right now. But yeah, you can let me know. The music is okay, but you were speaking kind of low. Oh, okay. Okay, I just raised my mic volume as well. Is this too loud now, or is this just right? Please also inform me if the audio before was so bad that you need to repeat. you need me to repeat everything I just said. If you guys didn't catch that, then I would rather repeat what I feel like I'd rather repeat what I said. I think that's okay. I think that's better. It's fine. If it's fine to keep going, all right. We did hear everything. I did, at least. Okay. Oh, and by the way, hi Ava. It's nice to see you. So the reason I wanted to talk about this as a philosopher VTuber. So I think we caught what you said. I know I did. All right. Thanks for the note, Ari. Right, so at the time I was still a pre-debut VTuber, trying to decide what I wanted to talk about, and you know, on stream, exactly what kind of content I wanted to do. And you know, when I heard about that story, it I didn't comment on any of the threads that sort of went over it, but it did sort of you know, stick with me. And you know, not just because it was sad, because it was, but I think it was because of the larger reaction to it from the community, from the VTubing community at large, or at least that subreddit. Oh, and it actually wasn't just that. It was actually the there was actually the message from the VTuber who had cancer herself. She was only I think about 20 years old, and when I think the first few threads were made by one of her moderators, and then eventually she posted on the sub herself and said that like, what was it? Okay, this is the hard part. I always struggle with quoting people unless I have the quote in front of me, because I'm afraid of sort of misrepresenting them. But she basically said something along the lines of, well, you know, I'm only 20 years old, and I thought I took my life for granted. I thought I had my, you know, whole life ahead of me, and so I you know, I kept running away from things. You know, all my long-term goals, I kept putting them off. You know, I wanted to make friends, and I put that off, and I want to do this and that. I put that off, and and now it turns out I have cancer, and I'm going to die soon, and I'll never get to do any of that. So, you know, my message to you guys is to, you know, not take your life for granted, and live life to the fullest, and, you know, don't, you know, live every day like that. Don't forget to do what you want to do. And that was basically her message. And there was a lot of sympathy from the community. There was a really sort of unmistakable and immense heartwarming outpouring of sympathy and support from the VTubing community and from the subreddit then. And there were a lot of people saying, you know, expressing, you know, similar sentiments, like sympathizing with the VTuber, like saying like, oh yeah, I kind of like same here. I what am I saying? I can't get this right. Like yeah, there was a lot of, I think, anger and confusion from people saying things like, you know, like, fuck cancer, and like, I don't know what to do. This is so sad. You know, I don't, you know, how do we, you know, react to this news? You know, what do we do with this? There was very much this sort of feeling hanging in the air that, you know, cancer is just this thing, this horrible thing that sort of, it's sort of like an unstoppable force that we're sort of helpless against, and it can take our loved ones' lives away at any time, and there's this very much feeling, there's very much this feeling of powerlessness, I think, which is understandable. When it comes to my personal experience, I am lucky enough not to have ever lost anyone I cared about to cancer. Although my husband Leon's mom is a breast cancer survivor, and we're all very lucky that she made it, because she's like a saint, and she's we'd all be lost without her. I can't imagine having never met her with all she's done for me. But so I mean, all that to say, I hope that nothing I say today comes across as insensitive, because I know that I haven't had that personal experience. But I wanted it is that sense of powerlessness in the community from that time that I wanted to speak to. And as well as to the VTubers' heartbreaking personal message. Sorry, let me think for a minute. Once again, I hope this doesn't come across as insensitive, but when I read her message about how she's like taking her life for granted, and sort of imploring her fans and everyone else to continue living their lives to the fullest, and to live on after her. For me, it very much brought to mind the philosophy of existentialism. Now, I believe I spoke about existentialism a little bit, and sort of my relationship to it in my debut stream, where it was the first sort of school or branch of philosophy that I discovered. I got into philosophy in general through Albert Camus, who was a prominent existentialist of the 20th century. And that was when I was only 17. So I was in high school, which was quite young, and I know that it made an impact on my life. I would not be who I am today if I hadn't discovered Camus and existentialism and philosophy at that time. It beyond a shadow of a doubt, it had an influence on my it informed my beliefs and my worldviews, including I guess sort of my views or my feelings on life and death, like death, and sort of how we should generally go about our lives. And Tara says Tia discovered existentialism while being the dancing queen. Yeah, I guess you're talking about how the song goes, like young and sweet, only 17. Yeah, so I was pretty young, but then again, I think Axion also got into philosophy when he was in high school. So I don't know, it just feels like that's the age when a lot of people get into philosophy. So maybe it is. I don't know whether to say if it's young or just like normal when you really think about it. I guess it's just, when you're sort of at that age, that's the time when you're really there must be something about it. Maybe just when you're like developmentally and sort of like you're in like the sort of like developmentally and you're maybe in like the life situation where that sort of thing is, you're really gonna care about it because maybe it's just, maybe it's just because maybe it has something to do with how it's just before the time when you're gonna become like a legal adult and, you're sort of expected to think about issues and ask questions you never had to before. Maybe I'm sure there's more there that we could explore, but I don't want to go too far off topic. Ari says, I've had a similar experience of discovering Camus at around 16 to 17. Definitely powerful stuff that changed me even up to now. Oh, so you and I both discovered Camus at that age. I'd be curious to know if like me, Camus was the very first philosopher you read, or just one of them, and maybe there was some other guy or girl, not judging, who came before. Robo says, we are such fragile, water-powered clocks. Yes, that is indeed a statement that is very existential in nature. There's this this isn't going to turn into a whole lecture stream about existentialism, even though that is a little tempting because that is still one of my favorite branches of philosophy, in part because I'm not a lecturer, and also because I took some existentialism courses in university, but that was like a long time ago, and I'm afraid I feel I'm more than a little bit rusty, too rusty to deliver a lecture on this, even if I wanted to. But suffice to say that before we continue, maybe I should speak just a little bit about the philosophy of existentialism, just so for anyone who is tuning in and wants to hear about coping with cancer but doesn't have this background. Everyone can sort of understand what this is and then maybe apply it to their lives. Ari says he was not the very first. I was exposed to hedonism and nihilism earlier, and I lived as a nihilist for a bit. I think around 14, 15, I was mostly exposed to it due to the philosophy side of YouTube. So you basically, how do I say this politely? So it sounds to me like you got corrupted by like the edgy like the edgy YouTuber like niche, and then like you got better. Because I guess for me, I was lucky enough to discover Camus before nihilism, and Camus and many other prominent existentialists ultimately reject nihilism, right? Including Nietzsche and multiple others. Yeah, right. So right. So human beings are such fragile, water-powered clocks, as Robo quite appropriately put it, I would say. And this is not the kind of sentiment or statement that we go around uttering or hearing every day on a regular basis. Like in a normal day-to-day conversation, you don't go up to people like saying like, we're fragile water powered. I can't. Why? we are fragile water powered clocks. We could die at any time. Okay, like we don't talk like that on a regular basis. And the reason for that is basically that it's scary. That generally speaking, in society, we live in a society where with a widespread fear of death, and it's debatable as to it's perhaps debatable as to whether this fear of death is something that is culturally ingrained or it's inherent to our existence as mortal beings, as beings that can die. And that's why we don't talk about it. And in the sort of the field of existentialism itself, this fear of death is known as existential dread. So anything in life, any word, any phrase, any sentence, any picture, any song, any feeling, anything else that reminds us of our death in that sort of uncomfortable and unwanted way can be said to be inducing existential dread in us. And I'll pause for a minute to read comments. Apa says, that's weird though, for me. Before that, Ari said, it's less that I got corrupted by that, but I feel like I found it because I was corrupted at the time that I found it. Yeah, I suppose there is a distinction to be made there, although I feel like it still says something that there were YouTubers and there was content out there that sort of basically pulled you further down a dark rabbit hole and sort of enabled maybe this negative pattern as opposed to lifting you out of it. Eva says, that's weird though. For me, absurdism only made sense when I discovered nihilism. Absurdism was my answer to nihilism, which I stand by to this day. Right, so we're going to circle back and talk about Camus' theory of the absurd very shortly, which is I think we're all talking about the same thing here. Have you thought of your impending demise today? I mean, like, yeah, exactly. That's how you want to start a conversation with other people, right? Just casually go up to them and be like, how's the weather? Like, not bad. Yeah, by the way, have you thought of your impending demise today? Robo says, even the things we make, as hard as we try, have an end. It's the human flaw / feature, is not something only beautiful because it ends. I'm sure there's a whole debate we could get to on that, whether very much ties into I would say the ethics of immortality, which is a whole different topic. So anyway, existential dread, and we don't talk so we don't regularly talk. We live in a culture, in a society where we don't regularly think and talk about how we're going to die. We sort of avoid thinking about it and delaying, and we just put off thinking about it and confronting it. and then the consequence of that is that, you know, if we are suddenly diagnosed with terminal cancer when we're still young or something like that, we're totally blindsided, and we're just, you know, completely at a loss when it comes to how to cope with it. In terms of like, you know, yeah, like especially, you know, we can see that in the case of this, you know, the VTuber who was diagnosed with terminal lung cancer at, you know, at around the age of 20, and all of this is to say that if I think the point here to be made is that if that VTuber and if people in general sort of had discovered, you know, philosophy, and in this case the philosophy of existentialism, I think that it would help us live our lives better and help guide us in our lives. Because once again, I don't want to make this sound insensitive or judgmental, but I feel like if it were me, and if I were the one who if I were in that VTuber's shoes, and if I were the one diagnosed with terminal cancer at that time, I think I probably would have been at least a little bit less shocked than she was, precisely because I already had that background and that exposure to Camus, and I was already very conscious of my own mortality. And that's not to say that it would not have been frustrating or unfair and still you know, challenging in a lot of ways. But the idea that my life, you know, the idea that I shouldn't put things off and that I should live every day as if it were my last day wasn't new to me. And the fact that it seemed new to so many people then, you know, really made me think that it's a shame that we live in a society where we don't, you know, where a philosophical education is not more common, and it's, you know, it's difficult really to speak to just how different our world would be if it were. It's almost scary to think about, because when it comes to Camus, he's best known for his theory of the absurd, and, you know, which the way, you know, that the way I would put it is that you know, he kind of stipulates that the universe is sort of inherently uncaring and, you know, indifferent, and that that makes our existence absurd, because we're sort of born into this universe that doesn't care about us, doesn't care about our happiness or our lives or our safety in any particular way, and we're just born here like that into this sort of senseless situation for no reason. Like there's no Camus was an atheist philosopher, so there's no larger, like plan or rhyme or reason as to why we are born and then we live for a while and then we die, and then from this realization, we have some choices. We could choose nihilism and say that nothing matters, and since the universe is indifferent and uncaring, that we'll just accept that life has no meaning and we'll just live like for nothing, basically. I mean, like nihilism, the word nihilism comes from the Latin root for that means nothing. But another option that we have is to simply embrace the absurd and to say that, well, even if life and the universe have no inherent meaning, that I, as an individual, and now that I'm here, I will simply invent and embrace my own meaning. I will sort of create my own meaning as to why I'm here and what the purpose of my life is. And I think that that's a key step that each and every person has to make to live a truly fulfilling life. Because, as sad as it is to say, if that VTuber had continued living a normal lifespan and hadn't gotten cancer and had never discovered philosophy or existentialism and went on living the way she always had been, then the implication is that even if she died at 60, 70, 80, she still never would have done all the things she wanted to do. She would have continued putting all those things off because she never grappled with her own mortality and made that step of embracing her own meaning to life. And yeah, I guess that's my message. I hope that came through clearly, and it's possible that sounded very depressing, but I was trying to go for more uplifting and hopeful. And yes, it's true that cancer is a terrible and unfair sort of force in our world, but I think that for anyone who feels sort of powerless to do anything about it, my advice on that would be to take your frustration and your sort of your motivation and try to pour it into areas where you can make a difference, even if they might not have anything directly to do with, even if they might not directly save people's lives or bring back the ones that you love. Like, for example, you can of course donate to cancer foundations. We can also, for example, combat. So aside from medical research, we can also sort of. So sorry, I'm a little afraid that what I'm about to say will come off as patronizing. I hope it doesn't, but you know, it's said that environmental pollutants and things like that can you know, can contribute to cancer, and so you know, if we if only we could stop, you know, climate change, and if we just invested our efforts there, that's also something that could help in a sort of somewhat roundabout way. Or like how I mean, there are also many sort of chronic health issues that can increase your risk of cancer. So just in general, there is you know, on a societal level, there's a lot more that we can do to try to prevent cancer, as opposed to letting it happen to people and then trying to do something about it. But yeah. So in general, I don't, as Justice Incarnate, I don't like to think that we are ever truly and completely powerless, even in the face of great unfairness and adversity. I'd like to think that if you are creative and resourceful enough, that there's probably something you can think of. You can probably think of something that you can do, even if it's only sort of an indirect solution. Let me take a moment to catch up with chat. Ari says, this may be a bit of a radical thought, but I think there's nothing more sudden about having cancer at 20 than about getting hit by a car or something else like that. Yeah, so what I was trying to say, I wasn't trying to say that cancer is like more sudden cause of death than necessarily any other untimely cause of death, like accidents and that kind of thing. More that all those causes of death are more untimely, especially if they happen at that sort of age, that, you know, compared to you know, dying of natural causes, you know, when you've sort of, you know, reached your life expectancy. Yeah, we truly are fragile and could perish at any moment. Yeah, and that's the scary thing about that's the reason why we have existential dread. That it's you know, it's not something that we generally want to think about, but it is important. Robo says, I lost my mother in 2017, and yeah, coping with a loss can take so many different forms. I'm very sorry to hear about your loss, Robo. Yeah, I don't mean to sort of downplay how difficult it can be to cope with a loss. Because I did lose my dog a few years ago, and that's so I can relate to it to some extent. You know, sometimes it just doesn't get easier, except with time. Sometimes it doesn't really get easier even when you want it to. But yeah, I hope that I've been able to give some guidance to someone who needs it today, because that was my goal. Ari says, modern society tends to brush death under the rug as this morbid and sad thing, as opposed to periods where death was really all around us and part of life. Yeah, that's an that actually is an interesting thought, I think, because existentialism as a field was something that, come to think of it, it really sort of sprung up with the industrial revolution, right? So it's almost as though existentialism came up, or its coming up was correlated with the rise in standard of living in our society. And what might be the significance of that? Because what that makes me think of is that people started living longer and being more safe, and then once death stopped being all around us, or less once death was no longer such a less of a central part of our lives, we also stopped thinking about it. We sort of tucked it into the back of our minds and said that, like, well, now people are dying less, and most people can actually be expected to live like to until old age, and so yeah. I'm not saying that's the only reason as to why existentialism sort of arose as a field. I know there were sort of other historical circumstances that contributed that are not fresh on my mind right now. But when in here's something that I think is a useful and interesting piece of trivia that I learned about in university. So in one of the existentialism courses that I took, there was the professor told us about the concept of memento mori, which basically means a memento of death. And supposedly in the medieval times, it was a lot more common and actually socially accepted to think about to think or to talk about death, and the memento mori, and which again makes sense, right? Because like back then, like what was it, like 1/3 of babies died before like the age of 5 or something like that. So that makes sense. And the memento mori was a tradition that existed at the time where people would decorate their houses with skulls. There are a lot of classical paintings of skulls just lying around casually on tables and stuff, and those are memento mori, and we don't really do that anymore these days, because nowadays we see that as sort of like creepy and inappropriate. Like if you just had a skull lying around in your house and like a guest came over and saw it, like they might object to that. It might come across as sort of impolite, or but back then they put their skulls, like they would also place memento mori above their door when like the inside of their front door, so that they would lay eyes on it every time before leaving the house. So that they would never, each and every day they would never forget that, that could be their last day. And, I find that interesting, because that's a tradition that has been sort of lost to time and become unfashionable. But, maybe there would be, merit in bringing it back. It's just, I'm not sure how much of our current society would be on board with that. As is, but I feel like I'd probably be on board with it. Now, I mean, I feel like I'm even more behind on chat right now. And Ari also said, there is something good to be said about knowledge and acceptance of death and its presence. Yeah. That's totally fair, I think. Wait, what is this? Leon says, a big part of life is that I realized we can't play every game we want and do every small thing we want. I am trying to be more selective with my time. I mean, yeah, that's like a more that's sort of like a lighter version of like existentialism, right? That's sort of like a less serious like microcosm of sort of the issue of existentialism and existential dread. But yeah, it can even sort of, so even having that awareness can sort of even translate to small life choices, like, you know, playing fewer video games, because, you know, when you're, you know, decades from now, when you're on your deathbed, you know, what are you going to regret not having done? Is it really, you know, not having played every video game that you were interested in playing? So, you know, so, you know, that mindset helps us keep in perspective, you know, what the really important things in life are. Love GDQ and their donations for cancer research, also Doctors Without Borders. Hi Berserker. You missed the part where I was talking about the VTuber with cancer. That was sort of the case study that I leaned on for this small discussion on existentialism. But welcome. Leon says, I won't go too much into my personal job, having talked with Tia on this, but parts of my job do deal with families who have sudden losses and the lack of planning that goes into that, such as no will. Yeah, that really sort of speaks volumes, doesn't it, about sort of this sort of glaring deficit of existential awareness in our society, to the point that like people are like not writing wills, and it's causing problems for their families, because they just think like, you know, I'm yeah, I'm gonna live forever, I don't have to think about this. Ari, I will say on the positive that the fact I could perish at any moment brings me joy that I am alive right now. I think that's a very there's something beautiful in that. It's appreciation, right? It's the opposite of taking taking existence for granted. It's the opposite of that. It's better we know and understand death can happen at any time. Perhaps precisely because we became more safe and took less risks, people started losing their sense of life, so to say. Yeah, so that's what I've been speculating. I don't know in terms of historical context how much truth there is to that. That's something that I could see myself consulting with my fellow philosopher VTubers about. Yeah, childbirth used to be way more dangerous to both mother and child. Yeah, no kidding. Talking about less babies dying. Oh yeah, speaking of a lower infant mortality rate, welcome to the anti-vax movement. The lack of cultural memory on death of children is wearing down that safety net. Yeah, that's a good point as well. I don't want to talk too much about anti-vax, but suffice to say, I think it is quite sad. I think it's quite a shame that you know, people have such short memories when it comes to these things, and you know, personally, it makes me feel like all the more reason for us to, you know, all the more reason why it's important to study and remember human history, so that we can learn from the mistakes of the past. Ari says, it is said, as a legend, that King Solomon had a ring made that could make him happy when sad and sad when happy. It had a single inscription on it. This too shall pass. I guess there can be, I think that there can be merit to having that kind of that mindset in life. Just a fun fact that plays with this idea of memento mori, but also as an inversion that can cheer you up. Life regret is not getting my Genshin waifu to 5 stars. Hey, what were we just saying about not wasting your time on video games? Kind of have something like that. It's a big wall photo of a sunset bridge, and we wedge photos of the deceased around it. Hard to describe. I can certainly envision it on a literal level, at least. To my mind, I would sort of interpret that sort of visual as, all these people have crossed the Rainbow Bridge, or the Sunset Bridge, as it were. I have to wonder if the memento mori really fulfilled its purpose, or if people ever got numb to the reminder. Yeah, that's something I'm not clear on. How do I say this? Yeah, well, I'm not sure if the professor in that course at the time ever elaborated on on sort of whether on its effectiveness. After all, it was just a philosophy course, not a history one. Yeah. Okay. I don't know if doing this kind of stream was a good idea, because I feel like I'm already getting drained talking about sad topics. I don't know if I'm really all that good at this after all. But I'll try to press on for now. I should get rid of this. So besides cancer, coping with cancer, another topic I want. Oh, before that, Ari says, I will say, as someone who studies history academically, I haven't looked into it, but the fact existentialism arises around the 19th century makes sense to me. Might be worth looking into. So yeah, I might later I might end up sending a timestamp of this sort of part of the VOD to my fellow philosopher VTubers, and to seek their sort of opinion and insight on it, since they're both I think they're both far more versed when it comes to the academic side of philosophy than I am. Don't give into the dread. Don't go hollow. These topics deserve to be talked about, and I, for one, am happy you are. Oh, it's not that I am afraid of the existential dread, right? Because that's why I wanted to talk about this, because I want, because I want to sort of encourage other people, and I myself discovered this at like 17, so I'm pretty used to this by now. But how should I say this? Wait, what was I actually gonna say? Oh yeah. So it's just I think just talking, it's more that I think talking in this way might be a bit hard on my mental health, so it's more of a personal issue. But Anyway, the other thing I wanted to talk about today, I wanted to talk about one other issue today, and that was abortion. So, definitely another fun and lighthearted and easy topic of conversation. So recently, my fellow philosopher VTuber, Axion, oh no, his face is covered by chat. That's okay. That's, you know what? Maybe I'll just hide chat for a minute, just cause, you know, I feel bad. Yeah. I'll hide chat until I see a few more comments flow in. Maybe if that's okay with everyone. So recently, my fellow philosopher VTuber Axion released a video analyzing an abortion debate that took place. You know, analyzing the sort of the rhetorical side of it, but his video got quite a bit of attention and spurred quite a bit of discussion, and you know, seeing that inspired me to speak about this, because his video definitely was remained sort of like laser focused on just analyzing the rhetoric and you know, and on the formal logic of it all, and you did not touch on sort of any sort of verdicts on or opinions you know, on the question of whether abortion should be legal, and not even his own. But that was the topic of the debate itself, the one that was analyzed, you know, the trying to resolve the question of should abortion be legal. And so I was inspired to try to you know, talk about that today and offer my take on it, and why I feel that my take is justified. And afterward, anyone who has a different opinion is welcome to express their disagreement. I'm gonna bring chat back now. I think I got some more comments. It's funnier that we. I know. Why is it funnier? That seems kind of mean. Oh, I watched his video on the debate. I love his analyses. Yeah, it was a very great and informative video. So if you haven't seen it already, do check it out. Okay. So I think this I don't know, I feel like this topic might be even harder to talk about than the last topic, and I'm feeling a little drained because I'm kind of hungry and thirsty. Okay, so let's sort of like break down and recap the general state of the abortion debate first. The reason that there is disagreement on whether abortion should be legal, you know, most of it, like, or at least a very great deal of it, boils down to the fact that pro-life people think that pro-life people, being, you know, those who oppose abortion, you know, believe that abortion is murder, and pro-choice people have other beliefs. And it is that sort of fundamental disagreement on the premise. So basically it is because pro-life and pro-choice people are working from fundamentally different premises that you know, it is very difficult to reach agreement or consensus on this topic. And and so basically I feel like a lot of the abortion, the sort of wider debate on abortion, you know, basically comes down to people arguing over sort of like what is life, you know, what counts as life and what counts as murder, because pro-lifers believe that life begins at conception, and oftentimes this sort of has this belief has a biblical basis, although that may not always be the only basis. And then if life begins at conception, then you know, from that premise it follows that abortion would be murder. The problem is that it's not that, you know, sort of and that's sort of where things start to get complicated, because it's not as though pro-choicers agree that it's murder and then just, you know, are okay with murder. It's not like that. So unfortunately, I haven't had a chance to rewatch the whole Axion's whole video since it premiered. But you know, based on what I recall of it, it seems that the original debate that was featured in the video never really got around to addressing, to truly tackling the question of should abortion be legal or illegal. Instead, it seems that the bulk of the airtime was just devoted to you know, squabbling over details like, you know, what is life, and, you know, would this be murder and stuff like that. But none of that really gets to the heart of the question of, you know, should abortion be legal. And okay, how do I do this part? I think that this is so hard. A comment. I'm gonna read it. The only moral abortion is my abortion article from Joyce Arthur really gets me every time, since it's filled with such personal anecdotes when the anti-choice choose abortion. Yeah, so I don't know if we'll get to anecdotes on abortion, since that I don't know if that's necessary territory for the purposes of this stream, and it also just might be too uncomfortable. But there certainly are many you know, really eye-opening anecdotes out there on this subject. Does the fetus have the right to life regardless, or the mother's choice, versus does the mother get to choose what grows in her body? Not like we can opt to have the fetus put into the father. Yeah, I mean, you know, if only, right? sorry, I can't. This is like not appropriate, but like when it's so sudden. Like when you said that, I couldn't not think of all the like Empreg fan art that Karis's fans have drawn of him. Anyway. Right, really is the answer, isn't it? Okay, I can't. I need to try to lock in again. Okay. Oh, Sophia. Karis is taking on. What is women's toils? What I don't. I think there was a typo. Okay. How do I say this? Cause this is really difficult to talk about without sort of like without sort of like bad optics. Although maybe like I you know, maybe like I don't even like need to worry about optics since I have like you know 10 CCV and like only 100 subscribers. But basically I meant toils, I think, my bad. No worries. Even if abortion was murder, which I don't think it is, by the way, because I think that, like, I think it's fair to say that there exists a spectrum of aliveness. Like life and death don't just exist on a binary. Like, obviously on one so if it's a spectrum, then obviously on one extreme of the spectrum you have like completely dead people, like they're brain dead, or you know, yeah, they're just you know, maybe they're like, you know, they're brain dead and they're like in the ground, they're like deader than dead. And then on the other end of the spectrum you have a person who is like I don't know, like yeah, a person who's like in their prime and they're like awake and perfectly healthy and all those things. So you have like a fully alive person, and then there are all kinds of states in between. Like, for example, would you say that a person in a coma is as alive as a person who is conscious? You know, a person who is in a coma and has sort of it's sort of, you know, unclear as to when or even if they will ever become conscious again. I would say no, like that person is, you know, if you were given a sort of like a trolley problem where you could only save either the comatose person or the fully conscious person, I feel like it wouldn't make more sense to save the fully conscious person, as sort of, you know, tragic and morbid of a dilemma as that would be. And likewise, I personally feel like it's fair to say that an embryo or a fetus is less alive than a baby who has actually been delivered and is born and is functioning, let alone you know, like actually like a, I don't know, I was gonna say like an adult human being, and then I was like, wait, I'm not sure if that actually makes sense. But yeah, I feel like if we're really just being honest with ourselves, I think most people would agree that there exists some sort of spectrum of aliveness with you know, these variations of sort of like different degrees of aliveness. And the dilemma of rescuing 100 fetuses or a child from a burning building. Yeah, exactly. Although I believe it's actually 100 embryos, because like in 100 fetuses would imply that like also 100 adult women, so like who are pregnant. So that's like not the same thing. But it's like 100 embryos, right? Like I think the original thought experiment is like it's like an IVF office, and it's on fire, and then there are 100 embryos in fertilized embryos inside, and then like, but also like one 5-year-old crying child, and then do you save the already born child or the 100 embryos? And you know, obviously anyone in their right mind would save like the kid who exists and is alive and has been born, and even, you know, pro-lifers. And that's a thought experiment that is that helps to, you know, serves to sort of exemplify the flaw in their argument. Robo, does the bacteria in my guts have the right to life? Do chickens, do cows? I've got a red-handed and ain't seeing the next sunrise. The whole right to life argument is hard for me. It does sort of get into somewhat thorny ethical territory, I will admit, because then you start asking questions like, okay, so then do some living people have more of a right to life than others? But that doesn't mean that we should deny the existence of a spectrum of aliveness either. You know what? How do I say this? Yeah. So basically, I don't think that, for me, abortion does not meet the definition of murder, because then the word murder, you know, terminating an embryo or a fetus simply is not fully equivalent to killing a fully functioning, alive, already been born person. That in and of itself means that you know, that argument doesn't constitute a sufficient reason to make abortion illegal. That's not the only thing I wanted to say. I also wanted to say that how do I say this? There's also the problem of, okay, basically I feel like the abortion debate, or, you know, not abortion debate, but the issue of abortion is like one big society-wide trolley problem, in that, and that's an angle that many pro-lifers overlook in the kind of, you know, arguments that they espouse and put forth. You see, because they, to me it feels like they have a, we're gonna save everyone and like get the like RPG golden ending kind of mentality, where it's like, yeah, we save all the babies or fetuses or whatever, and then like everyone, like we live in a perfect society and like everyone lives happily ever after. And like that's naive. That's unrealistic, because I mean, it's unrealistic when they and because it's unrealistic, it makes it sort of I feel that at best it's misguided when they call pro-lifers, or accuse pro-lifers of being murderers, because how is that different, or how is that less ridiculous than if we were to call the person pulling the lever in the trolley solution a murderer? Because anyone who is sort of thinking about the situation with clarity should recognize that there is no ethically perfect or ideal outcome given the options that we have. Like it's sort of so a lot of pro-lifers' arguments are sort of straw manning the fact that it's, this is kind of like an obvious statement, but it's not like pro-lifers are like fans. It's not like they're fans of abortion itself. It's just more that abortion is a means to an end, to preventing a means to an end, and the end is like preventing other things that are worse. Zero says howdy. Oh, hi Zero. Thanks for coming today. We're having a discussion about abortion right now. It's very fun and lighthearted, so you should stick around. yeah. Ari says it. Welcome to the latest stream ever. Yeah, like this thing is doing numbers right now, because like clearly like everyone wants to hear about this, right? Oh god, what am I doing as a philosopher VTuber? My favorite subject. Yeah, I know. You're welcome. So yeah, it's not like pro-life. It's not like pro-choicers actively enjoy abortion. It's just a means to an end, and the end is preventing other things that are even worse than abortion. And these things include I don't know, like poverty, and like women's subjugation, and like economic strife, and the list goes on. Like, it's because we've looked at the oncoming trolley, and we've decided to pull the lever that preventing all those other things is worth like having fewer fetuses, I guess. Like the that maybe sort of having fewer babies is preferable to having all those other things, because the whole point of the trolley problem, like of drawing a parallel to the trolley problem, is that we can't have both. We can't have it both ways. We can only have one or the other. So you sort of just have to weigh the pros and the cons, and pick like which one you like better. And I feel like that's where the child neglect is pretty bad, and if abortion prevents that, then I think it's an overall good. Yeah, so that's basically what I'm trying to say, that I think that yeah, I feel like someone in order to persuade me that abortion should be illegal, I feel like that person would sort of need to also convinced me that what am I trying to say? I'm losing the plot. Okay, Robo says, ensuring the birthing person can have the most fulfilling life they wish for, the financial and emotional commitment is offered, left to one person, that in and of itself is a huge issue. But I digress. Okay, that's actually not so much of a digression. I think that actually helps bring me back to what I was trying to say. So, voice to text is doing me dirty. Apologies. Oh, you're using voice to text. I see. So it's like this. If we live in a society where with no abortions, and then because of that, lots of people are like having children before they're ready, and because of that, they're poor, and the children are like suffering and they're poor. That makes our society worse overall. It makes our economy worse. If like a lot of women, especially out there, who would be otherwise could be otherwise like intelligent and educated and accomplished, and and if they never if their careers get derailed because of an unwanted pregnancy, I see that as being a huge, like a monumental waste of talent and potential. A one that sort of decreases our overall quality of life. And I know that pro-lifers would have a whole bunch of arguments against this. They might say that, well, none of that has to do, the sort of the fetus still has a right to life, and that we still have to respect, and then sort of like once again we're at an impasse. And what do I say? I guess it's just and then I guess that maybe like that brings us back to the notion of the aliveness spectrum, where I don't think the argument that the fetus has a right to life is something that is set in stone when there is such a spectrum. And I think that it's I find it fair to prioritize the lives of the already living, the quality of life of the already living, over the unborn. I'm not sure if I've spoken about this as clearly as I hoped to today, but I hope at least that I got to sort of some of the fundamental sort of like the gears or workings of the sort of the abortion debate that I feel are often overlooked by a lot of people. Berserker says, I think one of the biggest flaws in the pro-life argument is a lack of consistency. Yeah, I'm sure there are consistencies. I think we've already touched on one or two. If you want to expand on maybe what you think some of those inconsistencies are, feel free. But yeah, I feel like that sort of wraps up what I wanted to say about the topic. I'm not sure if right now I can't think of any other big thing that I was missing. So at this point, if you anyone who has your own opinions on takes on the subject, especially if you disagree with something I said, I'd love to hear why. I'll just take a minute to I don't know, just take a breather. I feel like maybe I'm just like a little wound up, you know? I need to breathe. But yeah, so I think that was maybe that, yeah, I think that was Ask Justice for this week, because I don't have any other topics lined up for this week, and we've talked plenty anyway. You know, as always, it took longer than I thought. Always happens in my chatting streams. And what a I'm hungry and tired, and that's why I can't talk right now. Oh, Zero says, damn, I joined at the end. Yeah, so before this, we talked about a VTuber who had terminal cancer. So you can always rewind the VOD or catch the VOD later if you'd like to catch up on that. Oh, the scales of justice and the hearts. Oh, thank you. Thank you for that. Yeah, I think that concludes Ask Justice for this week. Since those were all the topics that I prepared for today. Unless anyone has any questions, other topics that you'd like to raise right now. My follow-up got eaten by chat. LOL. Oh, you know what? Especially considering the topic at hand, it's entirely possible that YouTube censored you. So if you can, or if you'd like to, and if you what am I trying to say? Yeah, if you can sort of figure out what part of your comment was the one that YouTube flagged, you know, feel free to resend your message, but only if you'd like to. No pressure to do that. Robo says, go rehydrate the justice machine. Oh, don't worry. I think I'll probably end stream soon after this. I'll just have a couple more housekeeping related things to talk about now that the main event is over. Henvu says, it's also worth mentioning that even if abortion is illegal, people will try to do it anyway and will do it less safely, so there's an argument to be made on the basis of regulation. Yeah, so that is definitely another argument that I've sort of aware that's on my radar. This wasn't meant to be a totally comprehensive, all in one, sort of like the one to end it all, coverage of the abortion issue. It's because it's not like I'm an abortion I'm not like an expert or anything. I'm just a philosopher, so I meant to sort of use philosophy as what am I trying to say? God, to try to sort of connect the issue to some relevant philosophy, to try to sort of shine a light on a different perspective on the matter than the ones that get discussed most commonly. Yeeted by the YouTube police. Yeah, YouTube loves censoring me. It happens to me all the time on Axion's channel. I've almost become been able to predict when it will sort of throw a tantrum. But it's quite finicky. You can never really know for sure what it'll flag. It's hard to really be able to tell sort of where the line is. Ari says, thanks for the discussion. It was very nice to hear these things talked about. I hope you have a good rest after stream. Thus this video ends all abortion debate. Thank you. No, no, no. It's not what it is. Anyway, now that that part's over, I just wanted to talk about a few other small things that are less serious in nature. It's still around in live chat. What are you talking about? Still around? I don't see it. I feel like I've never been censored by YouTube. Does it hate women? No, it censored TP Ninja's comments too. He's another regular of Axion's, and he's a guy, so yeah. YouTube might be authoritarian, but not misogynistic, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what we can sort of glean from that. Anyway, what else did I want to talk about? Zero says yes. Well, I don't know. Maybe it is. Oh, I tried to get rid of any remotely suspect words and it still got eaten. Oh, I'm really sorry to hear that. If you maybe want to drop a comment on Discord or something like that, like someone else suggested, go ahead. I got a yeet or two as well. Oh, I'm sorry, you guys. Maybe this is a problem. Maybe this is a problem I hadn't foreseen with trying to do like serious streams on YouTube. YouTube has two modes for chat, top and live. Top gets filtered, live doesn't. Oh. I wonder what happens if I try to switch to live chat right now. Oh. I see now. I'm just looking through the chat history to see what else I might have missed. Yeah, I see Berserker's comment now. Roughly 50% of fertilized eggs are flushed out during periods. Why don't pro-life people have funerals for them? They're post-conception, so they should count as human lives. That's actually, despite being a woman, that's a statistic that I've never heard of. But I'll take your word for it. Okay, so I wanted to... Yeah, live chat is the better one because you get to see everyone's comments. Ooh, okay. I will make sure to tell Axion about that, actually, since it's been such an issue on his channel. Since he also does quite a few he's also done quite a few serious streams. I had a hot take there that I don't know if you want to ignore or just didn't see. I don't... Oh! Yeah, I see it now. You labeled it hot take. Pro-lifers generally will care for someone else's child until they're born and then do nothing to help past that when the real toil of raising a child hits the parents. Yeah, so, that actually reminds me of, a thought that I've had lately, related to how, basically on, pearl clutching behavior and how a lot of the sort of opinions and the behaviors that certain kinds of people engage in ultimately boil down to desiring a sense of moral superiority over other people, as opposed to having actually an internally consistent belief system. But that's another I feel like that's getting into a whole nother sort of discussion, and I'm not prepared for, and I'm too tired for today. That is something that I was looking to talk about at a future point. You're so right. Oh, is that in response to what I just said? It's the other thing. Okay. Anyway, I wanted to talk a little bit about why I wanted to do Ask Justice. And here's the thumbnail again. I feel like it's very beautiful aesthetically, but I don't know if it's actually practical in the sense of like, actually getting people to click on it. But yeah. basically, I feel like in some sense that this is a spiritual successor or to Justice Spoken, because I am like what I've learned is that I won't be able to do episodes of Justice Spoken nearly as often as I hoped, and that also means that I won't be able to cover the all the topics that I would like to cover through Justice Spoken. Because if you think about it, if I'm only putting out maybe sort of like, I don't know, maybe like 6 to 12 episodes a year, like if assuming I did one episode every month, that would only give me sort of 12 different topics to talk about, and I don't feel like that's enough given all the sort of things that we could be talking about. And so I realized that, like, basically I need having a live stream sort of series that is devoted to this helps fill that gap. And and as I said before, I felt like I could stand to do more philosophy on my channel in general, and that speaking about issues in this way, you know, and with this sort of touch is maybe something that only is something that only I could do, and that sets me apart as a philosopher VTuber. And yet another thing is that I don't know if anyone else will agree, but personally, this is something that I, at least the way that I envisioned it, because the delivery or the execution might not live up to my vision, right? Like, so you can have like a really great idea and then still like botch the execution. But my vision was that this was something that needs to exist in the world that doesn't exist yet, because yeah, like as a few people have said already, we don't, you know, talk about this kind of thing in our daily lives and in our broader society as often as we could. And maybe these are things that are, you know, worth bringing up and you know, giving them their time of day. And it's not just about the information being presented in the video. I think it's also at least a little about the feelings and the emotions, because people, yeah, when it comes to issues like you know, abortions and stuff, like what am I trying to say? I'm afraid of overstepping my boundaries. I guess basically there's a way to talk about these issues that's mostly sort of on the factual and logical side, but which is like definitely important. Like, that needs to happen for sure. But at the same time, I feel like we can't forget the more the human side and the human impact of these problems, where you know, even if we talk about it like in a rational manner, that doesn't you know, that alone, it's not enough to sort of ease the very real pain and suffering that people are going through. And like that needs to be sort of honored as well. So this isn't just supposed to be a space for people to have like kind of like robotic and high-minded debates. Like I also envisioned it as a place where people can come every week to air their frustrations and actually, you know, get some affirmation and some emotional catharsis. I have no idea if that comes through, or honestly if I'm the best person or, you know, for that job, but I wanted to try because it is important to me, and I have no idea how long I'll continue this or how, well, you know, whether it will be successful in the long run, because we're starting small right now. So maybe one day it'll blow up, or maybe it won't. Maybe in the future I'll think of something else that I'd rather do instead, because I have been sort of adapting on the fly when it comes to my YouTube channel. Like I'm constantly coming up with new ideas, much more so than following up a plan that I've had, you know, ever since debut. I've been doing a lot of adapting to sort of new, you know, situations and things that I learned, and just including my mental health as it improves, and the YouTube meta as I learn more about sort of what works and doesn't work on YouTube. So you might see a sort of a gradual and slight shift in the direction of my channel, especially once the new year hits. Let me take a moment to catch up with chat. I like it. It's a nice thumbnail, but maybe you could include the topics you're going to talk about on it. Yeah, I did consider doing that. I ultimately didn't, at least for this week or this stream, because I just was afraid that it looked too. I thought it came off as tacky and sort of like tasteless. And I decided to play it safe, at least this time. But maybe next week, I will change the sort of format of the thumbnail so that the main logo is smaller, and then maybe the topics are front and center. And I'll give that a try. And I do find it very aesthetic. Hope people do click it and gives you lots of views. So thank you. Oh, by the way, are there plans for a 100 sub special? Yeah, I think someone asked about that earlier. I don't know if it was also you, Ari, but yeah, it was you. I don't think that I will do 100 subs special, because I mean, one reason is that I just did an 1 month anniversary stream. So I just did a celebratory stream so recently, and it feels kind of like maybe overly indulgent to have those too often. And well, what was it? I hit 100 subs like right after doing that stream anyway, so kind of feels like we already had that covered. Like I personally don't feel the need to have a separate celebration stream. Maybe it's also a little bit because I feel that 100 subs is not maybe impressive enough of a milestone for its own stream. I hope that doesn't come off as me being sort of ungrateful for the support I'm already getting, because that's not the case. You know, it's just in terms of sort of like image and branding. I personally see I can see myself doing my first milestone stream, like subscriber milestone stream, when I hit 500, which, by the way, is something I can see myself doing maybe in the next like 6 months or so. So yeah. Robo says, well, I hope that inspiration hits again one day. You did a great job on that video. Thank you. That actually means a lot, considering I've been experiencing a lot of doubt as to the quality of that video and sort of its impact. it's not so much the inspiration. It's not lack of inspiration that is the issue, really, because I have a lot of ideas that I want to do. It's more like constraints, like lack of time, lack of energy. It's more stuff like that. But these streams are great too. Oh, thank you for specifying that. Penbu says, if there's any time to experiment, it's when you're new. Yeah, I think that's about right. Like right now is probably the safest time to experiment. I am trying to yeah, I am, you know, sort of making it up as I go along and adapting, as what is it like? What am I trying to say? I didn't. Oh, another thing I wanted to say was the idea of doing Ask Justice was something I had actually long before my debut. In fact, this idea, I actually came up with this idea before coming up with Justice Spoken. And so in other words, the idea of doing like a weekly live stream, like a comfy philosophical live stream, predated the idea of doing short uploaded video essays. And the reason that sort of one thing turned into the other was that I started, based on sort of things I had heard about YouTube, I started doubting whether live streams like these would actually be sort of successful and worth doing. I started thinking, well, I mean, uploaded videos generally do better than live streams, so maybe, you know, like no one will, you know, show up, and like I'm, you know, it was kind of like a numbers related concern. Yeah, but now that now that I've actually sort of debuted and the reality of it all has settled in, I've discovered that yeah, the you know, the idea that I had around Justice Spoken was not entirely feasible, and that this is a lot easier to do. So I'm gonna try it for now. Yep, I'm really liking how eclectic the channel is. Oh, I'm glad you think so. I'm not sure I'm not sure that everyone would, because you hear a lot of advice for new VTubers that if you diversify too much and you don't have enough of a clear niche, you know, people like, you know, like, you know, you're sort of like, you'll hurt for it because people, you know, want to be able to see sort of clearly what you're all about. That's a concern that I've had on my mind, which is why I've tried to, you know, I've tried to sort of focus, have more of a clear focus on philosophy in my channel. And what else is it? It's not, I mean, yeah, so what I mean, regarding the advice that you should have a niche, I mean, that's not something that's specific to VTubing. That applies to pretty much any kind of new business endeavor in any industry. Penbu says 100 is impressive regardless, especially in just a month. Oh, I'm glad you think so. It took me about a year to get there myself, though I do also have the male VTuber debuff. Well, okay, now I feel like I'm gonna sound extra mean if I say this, but I did think about how I'm pretty sure, I don't remember exactly, because it's been a while, but I'm pretty sure Axion like instantly got like over 100 subs after his debut. Like, I can't remember exactly sort of like what the number was before and then what the number was after, but I'm pretty sure like he's like always at 100 subs, like just ever since debut. And that's because he made a week before his debut, he made his intro post. He made an intro post on Reddit that like blew up. It got like 500 likes. So I'm pretty sure that most of his subs like at least at that time, like came from that. And not sure how many of those people are still sticking around and watching him, but yeah, it's just because of that initial blow up. That was actually how my first exposure to him. Like I saw his intro post. I was scrolling through like virtual YouTubers, and I saw his intro post, and I you know, bookmarked his like his thing. I was like, yeah, this is a guy I gotta check out. Ari says, it's okay, I understand that reasoning. I can see you appreciate your viewers regardless of a sub-milestone stream. Unlike a certain old man. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Robo says, maybe this will help. YouTube literally recommended that video to me. I wasn't looking. I don't know anything about VTubers, but the topic and angle looked interesting, and your style made it. Well, thank you so much. That I feel like I'm like could almost cry right now. That is really helpful. It really, like, it's basically impossible for me to understate how helpful it is for me to hear feedback like that as you know, a content creator, because this is what marketing experts die for, right? When it comes to sort of like marketing and figuring out your strategy, the easy part is, like, the hard part is getting feedback, and the easy part is analyzing it. You know, it can be like really tough to hear what to sort of know what other people really think. But it really is useful, you know, including things like how people find you know, how people, you know, found you, what they like about you, and you know, etc. Yeah, so if absolutely anyone here now or in the future wants to tell me sort of what you like about me, and like absolutely any other ideas or, you know, feedback or thoughts you have relating to me, like, don't be shy in telling me. And it's not that I'm looking for just, you know, blind validation because I'm Menhera. There's a very, you know, there's a practical business element to it. But yeah, I by the way, Robo, I don't know if I'm the very first VTuber that you've watched, but you know, if I am one of the first VTubers that you've watched, I hope I would be curious to know sort of what you think about VTubing so far, especially considering that I have I'm friends with two other fellow philosopher VTubers, and I want to say that we have our own sort of like interesting niche going on so far in sort of the bigger macrocosm of VTubing. This was not a thing that I prepared for today, but I'm gonna do it right now, and it's gonna cover brace yourselves, it's gonna cover me for a second, I think. So I gotta there. Oh no, I still gotta move it. So these are, okay, I think everyone here is a regular, so this is not news to you, but these are my philosopher VTuber friends, Axion and Karis. On the left, with the blonde hair is Axion. And on the left, the twink in silver with silver hair is Karis Euphenor. Subs and popularity are a time, skill, and luck situation. Yeah, I think that's another. Yeah, maybe there's stuff I could say about that, but I'll save it for another time, I think. Yeah, some people manage to hit it well on Reddit. That's good for him. Yeah, I feel like I should post more on Reddit too. I have some ideas that I haven't been able to get to yet. I need you all to give her nice words because she discounts my opinion too much. Sorry, I just like, I don't know, it's just objectively more like it's just more objective to hear from like more from people from like more people than just to only hear one person's opinion is like more subjective. That's all. That video was very good. I do appreciate your conviction in talking about these matters of justice. Oh, thank you. What is it? What am I trying to say? I have this underlying paranoia that people either don't care for justice or just for philosophy, and that because of that, what I'm doing is like useless and I should quit because there's no hope. Now I'm not saying that that's what I actually believe, because have I ever linked my Reddit intro post on YouTube? I'm not sure if I have, but I did. So I similar to Axion, I also made an intro post on Reddit before debuting, and it goes a lot into sort of my ethos for VTubing and stuff, like my mission and my motivations. And you know, basically in it I did talk about how basically I said something to the effect of like, you know, the reason I'm doing this, like, or like the subtext was like, the reason I'm doing this is because I believe that people want justice and I do want to give it to them. But I think that I still want to believe that that's true, but I think it's just that it's just one of those cases where people need something, they just don't know that they need it yet. That's a thing that can happen in business. I don't know that this I don't know that this is specific to just me as Justice Incarnate. I think that this is something that can apply more broadly, at least, to the umbrella of philosophy VTubing, where yeah, I think that this is something that people, like, you know, people could benefit from this if they knew about it. They just don't know about it yet. And that's sort of the tricky part. Tyler Null says, hello. Hi, Tyler Null. I recognize you from the stream 2 days ago, the collab I did with Karis Euphranor. It's I do recall some of the entertaining and kind comments that you left in chat that day. It's nice to see you here. I did get a few subscribers from that collab, and I did wonder if you were one of them. But either way, it's very nice to see you here. Thank you for joining today. Speaking speaking of the collab with Karis, I'm going to why didn't I hide this? now it looks like a bad transition. Okay, I did want to talk about that. Say a few things about that in a moment. Axion jump scare? No, not this time. I think I don't know what he's doing today. Sometimes he pops into my afternoon stream, sometimes he doesn't, or maybe he's just been lurking. Who knows? Jump scared by men? Oh, sorry, Zero. I know you're not the hugest fan of men as the resident lesbian of the Library of Alexandria. They look like they were invited to a tea party. No, they're not actually here in person. Oh, I missed one. Karis jump scare. Yeah, a little bit. Axion jump scare even when he isn't here. The tradition stands strong. No, I didn't get scared. Maybe you guys did, but how would I get scared when I was the one who I knew I was putting the picture on. I was watching one way back like 2 years ago. Live the Cosmic Horror, I think her name was. At the moment, it's just Aura, Sinclair, and you. Oh, that's interesting. Or Sinclair. Maybe I'll have to look up who that is later. But thank you for that note. That's very I find that very flattering. Although you know, on the topic of, you know, discovering VTubers, if if anything, I would at least recommend that you check out my the channels of my philosopher VTuber senpai, and see if they might also be up your alley. But I also but like, no pressure. That, like, I also understand that you know that might not be the case. Like, some people might just not might be interested in philosophy, but might ultimately prefer to watch a female VTuber, as it were, which is one reason why I think it's good that I'm on the scene now, even though Axion and Karis are both very talented, and I admire them very much. So not to diminish their accomplishments or anything like that, but yeah. The what with silver hair? You heard what I said. We need an Axion jump scare compilation at the 1-year anniversary. No, it's only happened twice, like twice so far, I think. As far as you guys know, like, that was the last time, and there will be no more, and then there won't be enough for a compilation. Don't get ahead of yourselves. Watch him join the stream right now and, like, prove me wrong. Karis isn't too happy, but he's there. Oh, you're talking about the tea party. Karis isn't too happy, but he's there for the free food, and Axion is always happy to be included. That actually sounds like a bang-on analysis. As much as I like watching VTubers, there's seemingly a dearth of them willing to engage with any sort of complex or difficult topics, and I think it's admirable that you've not only done that but that you've done it while still coming across as bright and fun. Oh, thank you very much for that note. So yeah, I don't know if you've read, like, who here has actually read my Reddit intro post? Like, say I, if you've actually seen it, because I could link it right now, because I feel like it might actually be, or maybe I'll link it on Discord. I'll do something. Oh, by the way, Tyler Nall, sorry, your name is a little hard to pronounce for me because I'm Vietnamese and English is my second language. Since you're new here, and for anyone else who may be passing by, I wanted to mention that I do have a Discord server where you can get pings for my streams. The link is in the description. It's known as JustCord. Just in case that's something you wanted to know. And but anyway, I was responding to Berserker's comment. So in my Reddit post, I did explicitly mention how yeah, most it's basically sort of it's basically what I said is like the VTubing sphere is like infamous for avoiding like politics and other serious topics like the plague, and I wanted sort of to be a counterbalance to that, and I believed very strongly in doing that. That was something I believed in doing, and I guess I still believe in it. It's just that you know, there are moments when it can sort of get discouraging. I just have to be honest on that. But I'm very glad that you think that I'm doing it while still coming across as fun, because that is sort of was part of my goal as well. Like, I recognize that one of the reasons that people might avoid this kind of thing, you know, as whether as content creators, like as content creators as well as viewers, is because, you know, of the sort of the connotation that it's depressing, and like they don't want depressing, they just want like easy, like mindless brain rot entertainment that, you know, that doesn't force them to think. And but yeah, I mean, I've tried to come up with sort of a way to bridge that gap, you know, for us to have a style and substance at the same time. I may have sort of made reference to this on stream before, but or maybe I didn't, I don't remember. But my content, style-wise, especially Justice Spoken, is like one of my inspirations is like late night American TV, like The Late Show with Stephen Colbert, and or like I don't know, like The Daily Show, or like Last Week Tonight with John Oliver, as well as breadtubers like H Bomber Guy or Philosophy Tube, and all basically all of these are different sort of pieces of media or creators that effectively mix and balance both humor and fun, as well as like, and you know, like substance. And it's the medium of the comedy and the humor and the entertainment that makes the substance, I think, more digestible. And that seemed to me as the key, as the sort of like the answer as to how I might be able to you know, do what it is I want to do. It definitely happened more than twice over streams I've been in. I can't imagine how many other times it happened when I was in. I feel like that's a cab. It didn't even happen in my debut stream. Although I guess maybe that's because like I knew he was watching. You're saying they're avoiding hard topics like the play gave me an idea. I'll write it out on the Discord later. Oh, I look forward to seeing it. I missed your Reddit mission statement. I was just speaking to my own observations. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, it's not it's not like it's a, you know, it's not really a novel idea. I think by saying that in my post, I really was just stating the obvious, but that the obvious needed to be said and put forth in that particular situation. Anyway, didn't I say I was going to talk about the collab? Basically, it was a lot of fun, and I want to thank Kara Senpai for doing this with me. And since the collab, I've actually gone and left timestamps on the video, in case that helps anyone. What else? The thumbnail. The thumbnail was one that I made for Karis. I joked about that being the reason why it looks better than his other thumbnails on his stream. And I actually really liked the way it turned out. I liked it so much that it served as sort of basically I liked it so much that I wanted another thumbnail like it on my channel, and so it's kind of served as inspiration for today's thumbnail. The Reddit post is now required reading. Kind of like it's like no one's forced to read it. Like I can't force you to do anything. But like if you want to understand like me, then I would recommend it, and I will try to remember to link it later on the Discord. Oh, what else? Yeah, so the collab. I'm tired. I don't know how much I should, how much more I should say about it. Basically, what I do want to say is that if you haven't seen this already, I recommend that, and especially now that it has timestamps and should be a bit easier to navigate. I think it turned out really well, and there were a lot of jokes and singers, but Karis and I managed to have I think it was a pretty substantial discussion about justice as well. So there was some there was some substance. So Berserker says, I'm still working my way through the collab VOD, but so far it's great. Oh, I'm glad to hear it. You really got him in that stream? If you say so. I'm not sure how much more I should speak on that, but he and I, the planning for this stream was actually quite thorough. We talked about it over the course of I want to say maybe up to 4 or 5 voice calls, and each one was 2 hours long. You know, unlike the collab I did with Axion on my channel, where I just we just asked each other a few questions about it and then showed up the day of, pretty much. This one was planned out much more extensively and thoroughly, and I think that all that planning paid off. I don't know if I should speak on exactly what it was that we planned so meticulously, but yeah. Did I talk? I don't think we got to talking about the behind the scenes of the collab the day of, what happened the day of the collab. I actually I forgot to post about the collab on Blue Sky and Twitter, you know, that day, and the reason was I actually wasn't feeling well that day, so I took a nap. I took the risk of taking a nap beforehand, hoping that I wouldn't you know, sleep through it or anything. I woke up at 3:30 just before we were about to set up, and then I got to the computer feeling relieved, but still groggy. And then Karis comes in and he's like, I am sick. I'm really sick. I'm really sick, and I need to I still want to do the collab, but I wanna can we delay the stream by 30 minutes? And I was okay, I'm not I'm kind of I feel a little sort of kind of caught off guard now. I'm not mad at you. I'm just worried and about how the stream, how this is gonna affect the stream, and I'm worried about the optics of you know, just being late. But and then so come close to so Karis took his sweet time making tea for himself, because he made tea. He wanted to try to decongest before he you know, before streaming with some tea. And he took a sweet time. He showed up. He left, and then he came back. I swear I don't know, like 10 minutes something before the stream, like not more than 20 minutes before the stream, and I was like feeling like, oh my god, this is not enough. Like I asked him to show up like half an hour before the stream, and he's always late. And then like he what was it, and then he what am I trying to say? And then we got on VTube Studio, and like, oh my god, at one point, like, I sent him my Steam code. I was like, here's my friend code, and then he replied to me saying, "What is this for?" And I was like, we need to have each other as friends on Steam to collab in VTube Studio. And he was like, oh right. And I was like, oh my god, like this guy. So then like, I swear, like only 10 minutes before the stream, we got on VTube Studio, and I'm trying to help him set up his OBS scene, because I sent him like a bunch of assets that I wanted to use, right? Like the stream background that you saw in that stream, like I bought it on VChan and I sent it to him, and I was like, bro, use this. And then we were trying to figure out like how our like placement, our size and our placement on the screen on OBS, and like and he first he made us like too big. He kept making us like too big. Like it was like wrong. I was like trying to tell him like what I wanted and like how it should be, and he kept on arguing with me. I was like, dude, just do it. Just listen to me. And then he kept being like, oh, like I don't get it. Like what do you want me to do? Like and I was like, oh my god, this guy, like this is like. I think Leon could hear me at least like yelling at Karis from the other room. Like I was like, oh my god, like this is so different from like how it is with Axion. Like Axion like listens to whatever I say. Like he'll just be like, oh yeah, sure, we can do this. And then with Karis it's like, no, what are we doing? Like I don't get it. The VTuber sickness. Naps are a dangerous play, but sometimes you have to. Yeah. I think it paid off, I think. I think I would have been too tired to do a good job streaming otherwise. Tea with Tia. VTuber collabs and being late goes hand in hand. Nothing unusual. No, it is though. It's like not professional. Like I find it unprofessional. And besides, like Axion and I were on time when we did ours, because it's Axion and he's always on time. Look, this is Karis Euphranor we're talking about. I wasn't as scared this time. Hi Axe, welcome to the stream. I was about to wrap up soon. We talked about existentialism and abortion earlier, as inspired by the video that you recently put out. And I'm just doing a bit of housekeeping. How are you today? Expecting Karis to be professional, rookie mistake. It's not that... It's not that I was expecting him to be professional, it's more that he was unprofessional in more ways than what I expected. That could still go into the jump scare compilation. You know what? You guys do whatever you want, I don't care. What else did I want to talk about? Axion, did you catch the part where I was talking about what was it? Karis arguing with me when we were trying to set up OBS before the collab? Or me arguing with him, I don't know. We argued. And I was like, this is such a stark contrast from how it went with Axion. Like, someone please help me. I want to wrap up soon. I think I'm just gonna show my schedule for now. I did update my schedule, right? Well, why is it showing up below this? Oh, well, so here's my schedule for the next week, and the chat and the round table are hiding it. So it's okay. I'll just. Oh, access. I was able to see snippets of the stream earlier, but didn't want to comment then, as I didn't want to give the impression that I'd be able to stick around for the whole thing. Oh yeah, I've done that sometimes too, especially with Karis's streams, since he always streams when I'm usually like eating dinner in the middle of his stream, so even if I want to watch it, I'll have to leave in the middle. But yes, I did see that part. Oh. Okay, so schedule. Leon was right earlier. What did he say? I don't what. What did he say? I don't know. What are you referring to? So ask Justice. That was today. I'm doing episode 6 of Xenoblade X 90 Days to Lifehold on Thursday. And they aren't here as far as we know. Yeah, what that means, I was right too. I did say that either Axion or Karis could be in chat right now and just simply lurking. I did raise that as a possibility. And then on Saturday, I am hoping to do my first whole dedicated karaoke stream on this channel, first time ever on Faire channel. I've been hesitant to schedule one up until now due to my ongoing health issues, but I've been getting better. I've been feeling more stable lately, and I have a much better idea of sort of what to expect in terms of my health than I did around my debut. So I am giving it a shot. And regarding the theme of the karaoke, I plan to be singing public domain Christmas songs as to maybe more popular or modern Christmas songs that would force the stream to be an unarchived one. So yeah. I hope people will enjoy that one. Right now, I've set it to 2 p.m. on Saturday, but the timing could change. We'll see. But yeah, it'll be my first archived karaoke stream, so I hope you'll like it. And yeah, with all that said, I think I'm going to wrap up in just a moment. The next installment of Ask Justice will be on next Tuesday rather than Monday. So I'll try to usually do it on Monday, just so it's, you know, they're easier. It's, you know, it makes it easier to catch, I think, if it's always on the same day of the week. So I'm thinking of usually doing it on Monday, but I can tell you that for the following week, it'll be on Tuesday instead. And yeah, that will be my final stream before Christmas. So yeah, with all that said, thank you for everyone who came today, and especially those of you who participated in the discussion. I felt we had a rather rousing discussion personally. I had a lot of fun, and it took a few unexpected twists and turns, which is, I feel like, what always makes a discussion sort of satisfying. It's the same thing that I feel as what I feel happened during the collab with me and Axion. Yeah. Oh, hi Gurdon. You just managed to pop in just before I was about to end stream, but yeah, feel free to catch the VOD if you would like to. And yeah, thank you for the stream, no problem. So yeah, this was Thank you for watching. This was Tia Faire channel. I'll see you next time. Bye bye. Oh, thank you so much. Bye bye.